Hello everybody, how you doing today? It's Superfiend here. Welcome back to Planet Coaster. We're in Whacky World, and we're going to continue doing what we've been doing the past few episodes. This is the 5-hour playground. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start building this up some more. I'm not going to talk too much about it. I'm just going to dive right in here. And I'm not going to show you too much else that's going on with the park because I really haven't done anything since the last episode. But I will pop in here to the staff because one of my viewers during the live stream asked if I could name a vendor after him. That's Mr. Mike Booth here, and Mike Booth is still over at the Hidden Temple Gifts. He left a comment in the last video asking if he had quit, and I was confused. Like, what do you mean, did you quit? Did you quit watching my series? And then I was like, oh yeah, duh, you're one of the vendors. Okay, here's what we're gonna try to do this episode. We're gonna try to get a little bit more done than just this, but I want to make one of those climby things that has like the different platforms, and they kind of like I don't even know how to describe it. It'd be like a tall series of platforms, and then on one end it's open, and then on the next platform that end is closed, and the one above it is open on the other side. And that was a horrible description, so I probably I probably did nothing to tell you what we're trying to build today, but it will all be made clear in a moment. Now, I'm going to use these the fence for this net fence, and is this going to work? I kind of need it like this, and the reason I need it like this because on some of the different levels where this climbing thing meets up with the platforms of the playground, like I need it open here. So, oh man, I don't know if this is going to work. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? I don't know if I'm going to be able to make this work. I'm going to try. We'll see. We'll see. I have not played around with this at all. This is just, I want to build it. I've been thinking about building it, and now I'm just diving right into it, and I'm just going to see if we can get it done. The only problem is it's so big. God, I hate how big it is. It's too big. It's much too big. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe we could make that work for us. Okay. It's really irritating to me that we can't like scale scenery pieces and just like tone them down just a tiny bit. It'd be so nice if we could. And I know that I have a few people who watch this series who don't actually own the game or play the game, but man, if you own and play this game, then you know the pain and suffering of not being able to like change the scale of your scenery pieces. If I could just make these all a little bit smaller, it would be like perfect, but no, you can't do it. You're stuck with these gigantic things. Okay, so now what we want to do, if I can get this one there too. They all need to come down a little bit, I think. So we'll kind of like do that. And then I just need to start duplicating them down. All right, is what I need to do. Do I need to move them over a little bit? Nah, I think they're okay where they are. Oops. So we're going to Control X a few times and just bring these things down. And we're going to make like a giant climby thing. And that will make more sense, hopefully, at some point. Now the bottom here, I might do it like this and just leave the bottom like this because it's colliding with the trees. It's colliding with the trees. How am I gonna fix that? Well, I'm gonna ignore it for now. I'll ignore it for now, and I'll come back to it. Now this is gonna get used in here. This is a little bit interesting. These are the Munsters coach bench. And these are not exactly like what I want to use, and I can't change the color of them, but this will give you an idea of where I'm going with this. And these were kind of the best pieces for the job. I looked through all the scenery pieces for something that looked like cushions. This is the closest we have. So if I'm going to do this, it has to be with these things. The only problem is I want to get them more or less parallel with these things here. Okay, and then I think this way would be good. I have no idea how this is going to look. I have no idea. If I can't make this work, then I do have a backup plan, which I just now thought of while I was placing down the rope fences. Okay, so here we go. All right, so like this would be like this. I think maybe we want it to come over here. Oh, darn you, tree, get out of my way. We'll come back to the trees in a little bit. And for now, we'll just know that we scoochied them off over that way. When I was... I never used to say scoochie, but then the last time we were at Disneyland in Anaheim, we were in line for the Haunted Mansion, and one of the crew members, the cast members, in her spooky voice was like, "Everybody move forward, scoochies." And I just thought it was like the funniest thing for some reason. Oh, no. And so now, now I got it. Oh, come on. Oh, for crying out loud. I somehow I clicked on it from up here. I got it. There, I got them both. Cancel. Oh, my goodness. Oh, come on, the pain. Okay, when I click over here, I get the one on the left, and then I hold down control. I click over here, and it deselects it. No, come on. But then if I try to click over here, there, finally. Okay. So here we go. Oh my gosh. It's so odd. Oh, no. These are... I was hoping I could fit these in here. Okay, undo. Here we go, back to this nonsense. That's so strange that the hitbox is like that on those, but whatever. I figured it out. I'm not going to argue with it. What if we do this? And again, like I said, I have no idea if this is going to work. This is like... such a goofy experiment. Although I think this works better than how they were the other way. So... why is the hitbox the top of it? You would think it would be the big fat bottom. Like, is that by design? I mean, did somebody at Frontier make it that way on purpose? Because it's just so bizarre to me. It really is. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this piece... this is so weird. It's so irritating that now I have to spend time and I have to show you because, like, what is going on with this, okay? Like, this is the hitbox, this little flat piece, but for some reason when I click up here, like, sometimes it doesn't register. Okay, it seems to be registering almost every time now, but then when you go and you put them like this, right? You click on the big fat one. Okay, let's no, gosh. Okay, nothing selected. I click over here. Oh, and out here it gets this one. No, come on. Yeah, see, I clicked on this and it selected the big fat one over here, and then I hold down control, and it deselects it. Oh my gosh. Okay, whatever. So now we have this little this little bit in here, right? Oh no, come on. There's still like one that's not selected. Okay, good. So we got them all selected. And so now what I want is like the kids to be able to climb up this, right? We want them to be able to climb up it. How tall is a kid? I need to get my yellow squares, but I don't want to... Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to select all the ropes. And I'm just going to push them off over there because... having the ropes in here is kind of what's making it hard to select the other things. Well, somehow I missed a rope bit. Yeah, and then because I don't have multiple ones selected, it like slides off in a completely different axis. Gosh. I love this game, okay? I have so much fun with this game, and I love the fact that I can like go in and look at my park, but so many times while building stuff in this game, it feels like I'm fighting with the controls. And that's like a huge source of frustration for so many players. You should not feel like you're fighting with your tools, ever. Tools are not things that you fight with. Tools are things that help you get the job done. Okay, let's see. Did I select anything else on accident? No, just these. Starting to become a mess over here. But anyways, that's fine. So now that we got all that straightened out. So bizarre. So if we do like this. Okay, see, like right here. This is almost perfect. Okay, and then if I can select these ones, come on. Oh my gosh, this is painful, painful. Okay, we'll duplicate those ones and like lift them up. Okay, and then we'll slide them over this way. Because now it seems to be kind of working okay. Let me go to like right. Well, the other ones were right here. They're kind of like touching each other, aren't they? They are. Okay, so then, you know what? I'm just gonna do this. This is not normally how these are, but you know, we might have to do a little bit of improv here because the scenery pieces are not very cooperative with this idea. But okay, so we have that, and you're wondering like, what the heck was I doing? So let's go grab these. We'll duplicate them. Move them over here. All right, so this is how tall a kid is, right? We figured that earlier. Kid's about like this tall. Actually, a kid's a little bit shorter than this. In fact, let's see. Let's go find a. There's a little tyke. There we go. Yep. So, like a little bit taller than this rectangle, right? Just a little bit taller is about how tall a kid is. Your typical Planet Coaster kid. Is that thing tilted? Of course it's tilted. Of course it's not flat. Why would it be flat? That would, no. Okay, so somehow they're going to get like up onto this, right? And then when they get up onto here, they need to be able to climb up onto the next one. So we need to lower these a little bit. They're too tall. Did I get enough of them? No, I missed one somehow. Okay. So like somehow the kid's gonna be able to climb. Well, I guess I could do like this. Huh. Okay. Okay, new plan. Oh my goodness. This is gonna work better. This is painful. I'm suffering. I'm suffering with this little task, but I want this thing to be built. I want this over here in this playground. I have a vision for this playground in my head, and I'm going to meet my goal. Okay, so somewhere like about right here, and then okay, so we're gonna use quite a few of these. And oh my, how I wish I could change the color. How I wish we could. I have no idea if this is going to work. And the reason I'm picking these is because they look like cushions. They got the right texture for a cushion. Oh gosh, I hope this works. Well, if this doesn't work, I'll just delete the whole episode, and I'll be the only one that knows I ever did this. Ha 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 ha! Okay. So we get up here to the top, And I want to have an opening. I think I want to have it right here. Okay. Where they come out of this thing that I'm building and join up with the top. Okay, so we're going to delete that and delete that and delete that. Okay, so that's where they like join up. Okay, so then we can delete this one and this one, I guess. And so they climb up onto this one to get onto that one. And then so we could delete this one and this one. And this one and this one. And so they climb up on this one to get onto that one. Which means we need to delete these ones. So they climb on this one to get onto that one, right? Okay, that's how this works. Okay. Okay. No. 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 I want the one in here. Come on. Okay, I could do this. I could just lift these ones up. Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe now I can. Okay, so we get rid of that one and that one, that one and that one. And so that means that they would climb onto this one to get onto this one, and then that one. So it becomes like a spiral, right? Please let me select the one on the left. Gosh. So aggravating. It is. It's seriously aggravating. Fighting with your tools. Oh, okay, see, so it's like we need a little bit more of a gap in here. We need like a tiny bit more of a gap. I think I could actually delete a lot of these. You can tell that I have no idea what I'm doing right now. If you can't tell, this is the experimentation phase of Planet Coaster. It's a tough phase, okay? But you kind of got to do these things to figure out if your ideas are gonna pan out. God, these look like cartoon drawings. Okay, and then I can get rid of some of these ones in here. I didn't need to make all of them. I didn't need to make all of them, but I also had to make all of them because until I made all of them, I couldn't figure out what I was trying to do. Okay, so now I want to take all of these. Is there any way I can get like under here and select just the just these things? Oh no, come on! I got too much scenery in the way. This is so brutal. I don't know how it selected all of that. Come on. Oh, good. I did deselect it. What do I have selected over here? Oh, for crying out loud. Oh my gosh. This is so incredibly hard. Okay, come on. Okay, good. And so what we need is a bigger gap, just like right in here. So, whoa, whoa, whoa. How many of these things are there right there? Holy smokes. Okay, so they need to be able to crawl like through there. Okay. Kids are not claustrophobic. They love tight spaces. So that's where we need that. Okay, and then we can deselect these two. Keeping in mind that the hitboxes are on the complete... it's taking me 20 minutes to do this. Keeping in mind that the hitboxes are on the opposite side of the thing I'm trying to select. Okay. My gosh. Okay, now starting from here, I think we can make this work. And I'm just gonna get rid of these. I have half a mind to just like start this entire flippin' episode over. Oh my gosh. Quit selecting the things on the ground. The ropes. Okay, so now that we kind of got this little stagger, this was so much harder than it should have been. What we can do is we can bring it down so that this one here goes up like right about to here. Okay, so the kids have just enough space to climb through there. Okay, this is like a tight little box for the kids to go play in. But kids love this kind of crap. They really do. Okay, so we do that. And then, like, here's the bottom, right? Okay, here's the bottom. Good, good. We're doing it. We're getting it done. Let's check with our average kid. Okay, good. So this is how tall a kid is, so they could crawl through there, right? I'm clicking on it. I'm clicking on it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We're gonna put these back. Now see, this is a problem. Doesn't need to be this big. Does not need to be this big. So what do we do? What do we do since it doesn't need to be this big? I kind of want it to come out to here. Okay, let's cancel. Let's try something scary. Okay, we selected all of those. Good. We're gonna control X to move them, duplicate, move them. Now that doesn't work, but what happens if we spin it like 180? Okay, and then no, that's okay. Now if I scooch this out, I don't know if this is gonna work, but we're gonna try and get rid of all of these ones. Because the ones I'm deleting are the same heights as the ones over here, I believe. Okay, oh boy, I put this at a terrible spot. Let's see if we can slide it back over. I did not get all of them. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I did get all of them. Okay, good. So now let's see, what's it look like? So if the kids want, they can like go through here and take the short way, or they can like, they have a little bit more to climb in. Just a little bit more, not much. Oh. Okay, well I don't like that. We got a hole over here. Oh, for crying out loud. No! Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do it like this. We'll go doink. And it kind of needs to come in a little bit more. And we'll make this just a little bit lower because of the clip there. Oh gosh, this feels like such a failed experiment. It really does. Nah. Get out of here, all this stuff. Okay, we went back to this. We went back to this. We're gonna go back in here. I didn't like the way that was shaping up. It wasn't right. It felt all wrong. Although I do want this one, though, to come just like a little bit this way. So it's kind of a little bit more lined up with the opening that I made there. And we'll do this. And now we'll figure out how to do the ropes. So, you know, I guess we probably don't need some of those ones. Okay, let's see. Oh boy. They're like, well, I know on this side, they're like just about as wide as those things, right? So like right there, it's kind of okay. Like that's not bad. Okay, we can live with that. All right, no kid's gonna fall down the side there. Okay, so I think like that is how that's gonna go. And well, you know, we'll just do this. And maybe we'll just make it like that. Except we gotta close up the hole. So we'll have one post here and then two over here. Okay, so how bad is this thing that I made? Like, okay, let's see. So we climb in here. This is where the kids they climb up in here. Okay, we gotta close that. We do have a little bit of a hole on that side that we need to fix up. So let's grab 3 of these. And they'll end up over here. And they do end up a little bit in here. They're kind of covering up the window that we made. That's okay. I'm not going to sweat that at this point. In fact, I think the window is almost totally covered. Okay, so like this is good, right? So coming back in here, nobody can fall out, right? Nobody can fall out. And when we look at it from the pathway, like, okay, see, look, it looks like a Climby jungle gym thingy. It looks like it. It's reminiscent of what I was trying to accomplish. Not perfect, but you know, it's good enough. Okay, so now we need to get the one on top here, and we need to cover it so that nobody makes it out of this thing. I'm gonna flip it over this way so the rounded edges are kind of like poking out on the outside, like that. And then I guess we'll have to flip it over one more time this way and go out like, I guess we'll just go out like all the way. Yes! Ha 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 ha! This is great. I mean, look at this. If you're a kid, this is like your favorite thing. You want to come in here. This is good. And it's good enough for me. I'm okay with it. I'm happy. Now, we want them to be able to get in here. So, no, not that. We gotta take away some of these posts. Right? We have to. Doink. Doink. Oh, no. Okay, we're just gonna slide this one out. Doink. Doink. Okay, and then we want the cushion to come in just a little bit. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay. And so the kids, they climb up and they make it over to here. And then, okay, we can delete this one and this one. That's a short one, right? And then we can take the long one and just move that like that. Well, I guess like technically we could open up the whole thing, but we're not going to. We're going to do it like this. Okay, now we take this and we just slide it right back in where it was. Was it here or here? I think it... How did it go? I think it was there. And I want to lower that down. Do we just not need it now? We kind of don't need it. Okay, let's see. So this one needs to come up to like there. This one needs to come up to here. Okay, then we'll duplicate this one. Okay, goody. Goody. This looks like what I wanted. It looks like what I wanted. The only problem is, for the astute viewers, you'll notice that it's floating. We can't have that. So the way we're going to fix the floatiness is we're going to duplicate. We're going to drop a piece down. We're going to rotate 180 like this. We probably need a little bit more gradual, right? Probably like 15-degree increments. Okay, good. And then we'll do this. And we want the relative axes, world axes for now. Okay, so like that. And where's my relative axes? Good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of them because this one's lined up here, but this one pokes out. And I'm just going to kind of make them a little bit more or less equidistant on each side. And then if we... Okay, we got to get rid of some shrubs. That was actually good enough. Just one shrub. So now if we do these like one at a time. Let's see. Oh, you know what? What we really want is we want like this. Yeah, this is better. This is the bee's knees right here. Okay. Whoops, wrong one. Wrong one. Okay, so that's how they get in. And then we need this one here. Get out of my way, whatever that thing is. I think it was a slide. Actually, we'll just grab this one. Aha! Yes! Yes. Okay, the bushes, maybe just a little bit shorter. I think it's okay to have the bush in there as long as, you know, the bush is manicured, not too tall. And we don't have branches, like, poking up. Because some kid's gonna, like, their arm's gonna fall through and they'll go face first into the net. And you can't have them, like, poke their eye out on a bush, right? Safety hazard. Insurance won't allow that. Not covered. Not covered. Look at that, though! We did it! Oh my goodness, that was hard. That was way harder than I thought it would be. Totally worth it, though. Okay, we're gonna trim back some of the hedges here. Do a little gardening. There we go. And which building is this? Because these, I think, are separate buildings. Yes. Okay, they are. Duplicate. Duplicate. And so the playground can go like right back to there. Okay, good. Okay. Yes. We got like nothing done. That's what we built. Oh my God. I want to shoot myself and never do that again. That was really hard, but I really like it. I really like the way that came out. Now, like, these things are just floating. They're not supported. So, I mean, you know, the narrative that we'll tell ourselves is that there's, like, supports or something in here that make it work, right? So, we can get rid of all of... let's go back into this building. Let's start trimming the fat. Let's start trimming away some of the fat here. Some of these, like, nets and things that I'm pretty sure we will not be using. Now, one of the other things I want to do, and just to kind of like get a little bit done quickly, okay, because that took like so long. We need to get rid of... Oh, that's not going to work that way, is it? Boink, boink, boink. We need to get rid of this stuff. However, we can leave the one in here. We can leave this one, and it becomes like a support and something that the kids can run around underneath. Right, yeah. And then I think we want to take this one. We're going to move these ones. Just a few quick hits in here before we bail out of this episode. And come back with another spectacular playground episode. It's going to be playgrounds for the next 30 episodes at this rate. I might just kind of go in and... finish the playground up myself, because I don't know if people actually want to watch like this much of the playground being built. If you do, let me know. I mean, I don't mind doing it. I think my voice just cracked, like that kid on the cinema. Your pizza's ready, sir. It's right here. Did you get the anchovies? Okay, so here we go. There we go. Yep. So these are going to become the platforms or the supports for this. Okay. No good scenery is going to waste in this park. I built this stuff a long time ago because I thought it was important, and we're using it. We're using it. Okay, so... Okay, yeah, so this is good, right? You know, like we got this, and the kids can run around in here and chase each other. Although this one, I think, should be moved over a little bit. That's good. And here's how tall a kid is. We need a nice way for them to climb up to here, right? We need a way for them to climb up to there. So that's where these come in. That's why I grabbed these pieces. These are going to be perfect for this. You'll see. How will they be perfect for this? We're going to split them off from the building, and then we're going to edit that, and we're going to split this off from that building, okay? This is how they're going to be perfect. Ha, 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 ha. If we advance move this building, and we get it up to like right there. I suppose I could rotate it a little bit so that this is a little bit nicer lined up, right? So we do like that, and then we go over this way, out this way, we go down a little bit. Okay, we go over this way, down a little bit more, keeping in mind that's how tall a kid is. We go this way, we could come out like right here. Again, just more crap that the kids can climb on, because that's just what kids got to do. Okay, and then we'll go over to this one. I suppose I could rotate this one a little bit. This is, if your kid's in diapers, this is like your worst nightmare, because they want to go over and like, you know, they bend parallel to the ground. They bend like 90 degrees at their waist, and they put their hands on it. And then they want to start climbing, but they don't know how to get their leg up high enough. They look kind of funny when they do that. And then if you're a parent, you got to like follow them around endlessly. But it's important for the kids to get their climbing in, okay? It's really important. It's like developmental. Whatever. Some person studied it. They wrote a book. They said, your kids need to climb. Okay, so now we got that. Looking pretty good. I like that, so they can climb up to right there. Let's do something with this slide. We're gonna have to move this out of the way. Where are we at? We're at 40 minutes. I'm gonna do this for a couple more minutes. I'm not done yet. Oh, okay. There's a grid piece sitting in there. Let's lift it up. And we'll delete the grid piece. And let's see, how's this gonna work? Where can we put this slide? Should we put the circle slide like right in here? That is a good spot for it. Right? This is good. Okay, so it needs to go about like right here. Oh, that doesn't work. That's not what I wanted. Okay, we got a little bit too much on the bottom of this thing. It's got a little too much fat on it. Okay. Oh, no. Why did I put this thing so close? Oh, shoot. Well, that's okay. I can deselect the boards. Easy enough. Let's see. How much more do we need to slice away from this thing? Oh, you know what? It's pretty much there, isn't it? It is. It's pretty much there. Okay, so now we just need to like scooch this over to like there. And I think I want the kids to get off like facing right here. So like there's where the kids get off. Okay. And so we'll just we're going to need the relative axes. We'll make our lives easier here. So we'll do a couple, and then we can just grab a bunch at... No, we can't grab a bunch at once, can we? Because then the relative axis becomes the stupid axes, and they don't follow each other in a line anymore. Thank you, Frontier. Oh boy, sometimes when I watch like other people build stuff, I'm like, why are you doing one at a time? And it's like, oh yeah, because if you grab multiple items at once, the game will suddenly decide it doesn't like you. You know, I'm deciding that this needs to be a little bit lower to the ground. Because it's getting a little long down there. Okay, where does it actually intersect? My gosh. I think that's about good. Where's our typical child? How tall? That's good enough. That's good enough. They can fall at the bottom. It's fine with me. Okay. Almost there. And then you probably want to take these and like, you know, start to straighten it out just a little bit. Okay. Goody, goody. Let's back up. Let's admire our handiwork. Let's see how it looks now. You know what? That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. So what did we build today? We built this right here. Whoop-de-woo. This was already built. We just positioned it. And then I spent, I don't know, like a half an hour on this silly thing, which in my mind turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I'm really happy with this. This is pretty neat. It's a little cramped in a few places, but you know, there's only so much you can do, and then like they can climb in right here, right? And then the kids, they could climb up this way and then go down the slide. Woo! That's a big slide. Or if they want, they keep going up to the top, and they can like, you know how kids are. They'll stand on this, they'll grab the top, and then they'll jump up and down, and they'll look over there, and they'll lean on the ropes out over the path, and like, go, "Nah, you can't get me, Mom." Okay, so anyways. Then we got the little window right here, which I do think I maybe need to put some ropes in or something. I don't know. You know, it's awfully high to the ground. But that looks good for this episode. And then when we come back, I think I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to work on these platforms and stuff a little bit myself in between now and the next one. And maybe I'll do like a few little roof things over here. And somebody, I think it was Christopher Baker, but don't shoot me if I'm wrong, had the idea of putting like the little fountains that the kids could run through. We could think about doing that over here, or we might reserve that idea for somewhere else and just kind of build like a whole little area like that. And that could be fun, you know, with like some things that are sticking out like this that like spout water and stuff like that. So we'll think about doing something like that. It could be cool. What is this person doing? From back here, she looks like she had a totally wacky pose. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. You have a good afternoon. Take care.